Hey, what's up guys? This is iTech11, and it's already 2014, it already feels weird saying it, but this is my list of the top 5 games for iPhone 2014. So starting out my list with number 5 is a game that's probably a little bit more popular on Android than it is iOS, but it's a game that I certainly have loved playing, and this is Riptide GP2. Now this is a water racing game, and it's really fun for several reasons. One is because it has pretty sweet graphics, you get a lot of splash effects on the screen, and this is one of those games that takes advantage of whatever processor you have pretty well, and there's always great optimization for whatever device you are on, because the developers of this are always up to date with the latest hardware. Now this is a game that really wants you to perform a lot of tricks, and it has a lot of really cool effects. As you can see here, it really takes advantage and it lets you go really fast. See, it uses tilt controls, and this is a game that works with mobile gamepads and controllers for iPhone. Now this game is also available on Android, and it's a lot of fun on Android too, and it's really fun for several reasons. One of the reasons I really like this is because you can do a ton of tricks. As you can see later in this level, there's a lot of different ramps, and you can buy, and with your coins that you earn, you can use and buy a lot of these cool effects and tricks, and they work really well. You can get some really fancy ones, a bunch of behind the back twist and flips and stuff like that, and it's a really fun, addicting, and high-paced type of game. Now, like I said, the graphics are really good on this, and there's a lot of splash effects on the screen, and it's also really fun when you're playing with your friends or you're playing online with different levels. So this is Riptide GP2, definitely one of my favorites, and definitely one I recommend checking out. Now the next one's a little bit of an older game, but it's one of the most popular games ever, and one of the best reviewed too, and this is Jetpack Joyride. Now Jetpack Joyride is a free game, and doesn't require many, if any, in-app purchases to have a fun time with this game. Now in this game you play as the character Barry, and Barry is basically a little guy that broke into his scientist lab and stole a bunch of stuff, and you play as this character through the different levels, trying to collect coins and accomplish the achievements without dying. Now this is a really fun, addicting game that I spent hours at a time playing, not even noticing, and there's a bunch of different jetpacks you can buy, a bunch of different vehicles that you can upgrade into, like sometimes you turn into a giant bird and fly around, and basically this is the same thing that you'll see every time you play this, but it's incredibly addicting. I think my farthest distance traveled in this is 6,200 meters, so if you have played this game, definitely let me know if you've beaten that score and what your high score is. So as I mentioned before, there's a bunch of different upgrades you can get to this, different clothing, different jetpacks, different vehicle upgrades, and different gadgets to help you play better in the game and get more coins. This is Jetpack Joyride. This is a very fun game, it is free, I definitely recommend it. The next one I have for you is a game that may look a little bit childish, but I'm telling you this is extremely addicting. You probably haven't heard of it, and this is called Hot Donut. This is both for iOS and Android, for iPad and iPhone, and this is a super fun game. Now once you get into this, first thing you can do is either play single player or multiplayer, and this is a game I've been playing for several years, and like I said, it may look a little bit childish, but once you start playing this, I think you'll really be able to get into it and get kind of addicted to this. Now this is a game where you basically guide this little donut through the levels, and it's very similar to Tiny Wings, and it's a pretty affordable game too. I'm not sure, it may cost $1 or $2. I'll have the link in the description to check the pricing of this, but it's a super fun game. Now you guide it through the levels, there's a ton of levels in different areas you can go to, including a desert, a forest, you can guide it through the winter snow and the different worlds that you unlock, and basically you try to collect these little stars or these little fireflies and get to the end as quick as possible. Now there's different levels, and you can use different enhancements as you see right there. You can fly through the levels, you can have the little meters to see how much energy you've left. And it's a really fun game. Once you start playing this, you kind of get into it and you feel like you are the character in some ways. When I started playing this, I really liked it. I still really like it. It's really addicting, and it's just a super fun game to kind of kill some time. This is Hot Donut, and this is a very fun game that I definitely recommend checking out. Now coming in at number 2 is for you racers out there, and this is called Asphalt 8 Airborne, a super fun game that works with controllers such as the Logitech PowerShell. Now this is a completely free game that doesn't require a lot of in-app purchases, which is pretty nice and unique for a racing game, and it allows you to buy a bunch of different cars with the coins you earn, and you can even customize it. So there are a lot of really cool cars out there that you can get on here, some really popular ones and some name brand ones that you've seen or maybe you've seen in commercials. A lot of those cars you'll be able to find on here. Now this game is really nice for all the different levels, but also the pretty realistic graphics. and the ability to use this with controllers such as the Logitech PowerShell, which I do have a review on and I specifically demoed this game, so I'll have a link to that in the description. But like I said, this game is free. It comes with a lot of different levels, a bunch of different cars, a bunch of different customization that you can do to those cars. There's a really cool effects, there's really good graphics, and it's really fun. You can crash people, do a bunch of moves, spin moves, you can drift. It's a really fun game that I definitely recommend checking out. If you like gaming on tablets or smartphones, this is a great game to get, and especially if you have a controller such as the Logitech PowerShell or the Moga Ace. This really is meant for those type of gaming controllers. Now for number 1, I promised myself I wouldn't put in any games that were super popular they probably already knew about, but I just had to. Number 1 is 8-Ball Pool. This is one of the most popular games out there on the market for both iOS and Android, and very simply, it's pool. It's very fun. You can collect coins. The more coins you have and the farther levels you get, the more coins you can bet on your game. Now basically, you put in half the coins now, and if you win, you get double back, or if you lose that and the other person gets it. So it's very easy to lose your money with this. Actually, I lost about 10,000 coins in one day with tournaments, so just a little bit of advice: be careful with those tournaments, you can lose coins. But this is a super fun, addicting game that I've been playing for days now. It's pretty easy to pick up and learn. It doesn't require a lot of experience at pool at all, and it's pretty simple to guide through the game, and it's very easy to win, but it's also very easy to lose. Now this video was made early in 2014, so I may need to update this later in the year, but as of early 2014, 8-Ball Pool is my favorite game for iPhone and also for Android. So those are my top 5 favorite games. I definitely want to hear what yours are, so definitely comment your 5 favorite games, and definitely check out the description for the links to these, and subscribe for more top 5 videos just like this. This is iTech411, and I'll see you later.